Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be making some brown stew oxtails. I already have a recipe on how I season my oxtails already, so you can check that out in the description box because I will leave a link to that video. But just for this video purpose, I will just go ahead and season this up lightly so I can show you guys how I cook my oxtails. Okay, so to get started, I'm going to go in with some sea salt. Okay, and I'm just going to be putting about a teaspoon of sea salt in there, and this is just over a kilo of oxtails that's been nicely chopped. Okay, after adding in my salt, I'm going in with my freshly ground black pepper, and I'm putting about half a teaspoon of that freshly ground black pepper in there like so. Okay, all done. So to follow that up, I'm gonna be going in with some of my adobo. We're putting just about half teaspoon of adobo in there. This is my adobo. Okay, and then next we're gonna go in with some complete seasoning. All right, so let's put a little complete seasoning in there, just a light little layer of complete seasoning. Okay, then we're gonna put some of my curry powder. We're gonna put some of my curry powder. This is some St.Lucian curry powder, and just in case you're wondering, curry powder is a seasoning. Okay, I'm not making curry oxtails, we're just putting in some curry powder in there. Okay, and so to follow that up, we're going in with my homemade green seasoning. Okay, we have a recipe for this already on the channel. Check the link in the description box, it will take you straight to the video. Okay, this is my delicious green seasoning. The link is in the description box. And we're gonna put about a heaping tablespoon of green seasoning. Put on some gloves and to mix that up really well. Okay. See that? So nicely mixed. All right, and that green seasoning has my onions, my garlic. It has everything to give this oxtail so much flavor. Okay, so looking amazing. All right, so this is how it's looking. Look at that, beautiful. Okay, now we're gonna set this aside for about an hour to 2 hours. If you want to leave it overnight, you can do that, but I'm setting this aside for 2 hours to marinate. Okay, so this is the pot that I'm gonna be using to make my oxtails. Okay, this is my Dutch pot, and I'm now going in with about a tablespoon to a tablespoon and a half of oil. Okay, and then to some of you asking me whether you can use white sugar to make the brown stew, yes, you can. So today I'm going to be using some white sugar. Okay, so I'm only going in with about a tablespoon to a tablespoon and a half. Okay, this is what it's looking like. Probably need a little bit more. Okay, and I'm only going to be allowing this to caramelize before we put in our seasoned oxtails. As you can see, my sugar is starting to pull to the sides. Okay, it's starting to move to the edges, and as you can see, it has a nice yellowish color coming on. Okay, almost looking a bit golden, but it is not quite ready yet. If you add in your chicken, your oxtails, or whatever meat you're cooking to the sugar when it's like this, it's gonna come out sweet. Okay, so if you've been having any problems making any of my brown stew recipes and for some reason it's coming out sweet, it's because you added it too early. Okay, so just allow this to caramelize. It's gonna get a bit foamy. All right, to the pot. So now it's time to stir up the oxtails. And do you see that nice color from underneath? Okay, and that is from the browning. Okay, this is from our nice caramelized sugar. Alright, so this is looking quite amazing. Okay, so you just want to stir it up just a little bit so all of the oxtail pieces can coat in that nice caramelized sugar. Okay, and we're not adding in any water as yet. We just want the pieces to coat nicely before we go ahead and add in any liquid. Okay, and it's looking wonderful so far. Alright guys, so this is how our oxtail is looking. Okay, now that every piece have been coated in that beautiful brown sugar browning. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put the lid on and allow it to simmer for at least 15 minutes, but we will be checking it at least every 5 minutes, okay, before we go ahead and add in some water. I want the liquid that the oxtail has created to dry up just a bit, okay, and it will really intensify the stew oxtail flavor. Okay, so this is what I'm going for. Alright, so I'm just stirring it up, okay, and as you can see, the liquid has dried up quite a bit. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is to go ahead and use the same bowl that I seasoned the oxtails in and put about 3 to 4 cups of water and pour it in there. That way we can get any leftover seasonings that was in the bowl. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that now. This is our bowl, and we're gonna put about 3 to 4 cups of water in there. Okay, and we're gonna give that a good little swirl. Okay, make sure to swirl it up. That way you get all the seasonings. Yes, pour it into that deliciousness. Yes. Okay, then we're gonna cover this up for about 1.5 hours and let it slow cook. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. Stir it up and then let it slow cook for 1.5 hours. Okay, let's cover it up. So this is how our oxtails are looking 1.5 hours later. Okay, and it's not fully tender as yet, so I need to add in some more fresh seasonings, because considering it's been cooking for 1.5 hours, the green seasoning that I put in from the start will have probably burnt out just a little bit. Okay, so I'm gonna add in some fresh seasonings. These are the seasonings I will be adding: some onions, spring onions, some thyme, and some garlic. Okay, and bear in mind my green seasoning had onions, garlic, all of these seasonings already. Okay, we're just adding a bit of a top up. Okay, so we're gonna let that cook for another 20 minutes or so before we go ahead and add in our butter beans. Okay, now butter beans is totally optional, but it is something that I really like, and I think it goes really well with oxtails. Okay, see how beautiful that's looking. Alright, we're gonna put the lid on and allow that to go for another 20 minutes. This is how our oxtails is looking now that it is fully cooked. Okay, you see this? It looks so beautiful. Let me just get a nice piece out for you guys to see. Look at this. So nice and tender. Okay, you can go ahead and serve this with some rice and peas or whatever it is that you fancy, but I'm gonna go in with some butter beans. Now this is optional. If you don't want to add butter beans to it, you don't have to, but I love me some good old butter beans, so I'm gonna be putting some in there. This is just 1 can of butter beans, and I'm only gonna be allowing this to simmer in the gravy for at least 5 minutes. Okay, anything more than that, you're gonna have some mushed up soggy beans. Okay, and you don't want that. You don't want no soggy butter beans. Okay, so see how this piece over here is already coming off of the bone. I don't even have to tell you how soft and tender this is. Okay, so we have also a nice thick gravy going on. Okay, we got a nice, I just want to show you guys, look at that. Okay, this is a nice thick gravy. I'm gonna go ahead and leave this to simmer for about 3 to 5 minutes only. Okay, and then this will be ready. By then that sauce would have already infused into my beans, giving them a bit of flavor, and it will be ready. Okay, this is absolutely gorgeous. Take a look. so beautiful. Okay, when I come back, I'm going to show you guys the finished pot. Okay, so there we have it, my loves. Our delicious, tender oxtails is all ready. Do you see how beautiful? Look at this. Okay, and my beans have been simmering in that thick gravy for the past 5 minutes. So it is time to turn this off, and we're gonna serve that up with some rice and peas. Okay, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give me a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Subscribing is free. Okay, and I will definitely be seeing you in my next one. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Bye bye.